live, go live, go live, go live. And we are live and proud. And hey,
Hello.
everybody.
Hey,
Hey, hey,
friends.
hey. Yay, we are in beach mode. It's Friday. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's the weekend. And I am in the sunny Florida. She just got back from the beach. So,
Yep.
we thought, why not? Let's do something beachy and cool and fun. Hey guys, how you doing? It's good to have you here. I am Kim, crafting with Kim, and if you guys are just going to pop in and say hello to us, I would really love it. We're actually going to be doing a beach. Well, I call it ocean theme because beach is kind of like the sand. Ocean is kind of more open, but it's everything related to
Mhm.
beach and ocean. So yeah, we're just gonna have some fun and hang out on Cinco de Mayo Friday. We thought about. I didn't think about it being Cinco de Mayo. I just more was in the beach mode. Yeah, she's got. Look at Lydia, man. She's got some goggles.
Gonna go
She's in
snorkeling.
Aruba. She just got back from Daytona. So which is we got to meet in person. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that was
If
so
you're
much
new
fun.
if you're new to me, Crafting with Kim or Paint Party with Lydia, really appreciate if you just. I'm going to share Lydia in the group here in a second. If you would just give a like and a follow, and if you don't see the red button up the top there, then you know you're watching the replay and you hashtag replay. And we'd love for you to come on and just really have some fun with us because we're going to do some really fun beach stuff. All right, Lydia, while I'm working on getting you shared into
Mhm.
your page, you want to go ahead and say who you are and what you got going on?
Sure.
There you
All right. I am Lydia with Paint Party with Lydia. And I usually do paint parties, but I also make a lot of different DIY crafts. Today, we are doing the ocean beach theme. So I'm going to be working with shells. And I was just in Florida, so I met up with Kim. We had so much fun. We met up for a few hours at the beach, had a lot of fun. I was looking for seashells at the beach. I think I found three, maybe three little ones, but I have bucket loads
I
of
can't seem
shells.
to find shells like I used to. They don't seem to come up like they
They were
used
just
to.
little teeny tiny ones, and I grabbed one or two,
Hmm.
but I was like, I have so many shells from I went to Fort Lauderdale a few years ago with a friend, and she kept calling me Shelly. All I did was the weather wasn't that great, and they had spotted a shark in the water, so we're like, okay, not going in the water. So I was just walking around. I had like in my cover up, I had a bunch of shells. We found an empty bag. My neck got burnt from looking down. So all I did was look for shells. So I brought a bunch home. So I have plenty.
Okay, cool. So you're going to do a shell craft. I'm still
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to get you on
I
there to
might do a
post
little
something on
resin
your
craft
page.
too.
How do I post you on your page? I'm on your page. I got to figure out how to make the post because normally
All
I don't
right. And
think
we
I've
got
ever
a drink
posted on
going on here.
somebody else's page before. And when I share it, let me
Yeah.
try doing it in a different way.
And we
Okay.
tell if anyone's on. I can't see if anyone's on or who's on.
I see two people right now. If I could get it shared over into your page, I'd be able to figure that out better.
Yeah.
This is where I can get a little techie challenge because I'm not used to doing that part. But let me try it a different way. Find it again here. So yeah, if you guys come on, we're going to be hanging out for a while. We're not in an event. It's just the two of us. We're just hanging out, having some fun. And so we can be a little bit more relaxed as far
Mm-hmm.
as like trying to bust it out in a 45-minute time frame, which is like can be a little stressful if
I
anybody's
know.
been a
Sometimes it
crafter.
can be.
Yeah, it's a very multitasking kind of operation going on when you're doing that in the group. Okay, let me just look again on the Facebook feed. All right. I don't even see like how to share it into your
Yeah.
page. That's what I'm talking. And I can put the copy. I can probably put the link in my comments, but let's see if I can.
Well, if not,
Yeah,
I'll have to
but I
share it
wanted.
later.
That's why I wanted to get on with the Facebook with the what am I trying to say? I'm trying to concentrate with
Script.
StreamYard, so I can try to figure out how to do it that way. All right, so let me just let me put you up. You guys going to go? So Lydia, just like I said, go ahead and explain your process, and then I'll kick in here when I get a chance and
Okay.
start telling what you're doing. Keep jabbing away so I can get this done, and then we'll get going here.
Alrighty. Let me turn you guys down. And I brought all my little beachy works of art there back there. So yeah, we went to Orlando just last week and had a great time. I was in a nice resort. It was gorgeous. So now I'm in beach mode, even though today was drizzly. And it's gonna take a while before I can go to the beach around here. But so what I decided to do is a little beach craft, and I saw this on Pinterest. I got the idea on Pinterest. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I have a little canvas, but instead of, I could use it on this side, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this side because I kind of like having a little border. So it looks like a little frame. I am not going to do the reverse canvas where I peel off the canvas though. I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to paint this part. And then what I'm going to do is put like a ribbon. I haven't even thought about what ribbon, but I'm going to do, but I'll put a ribbon to cover like the little staples and stuff. So it'll be like a little border of a ribbon. And I'll
Okay.
probably paint the background white. I mean, I could do a ribbon around here too in the front. That'd probably be a little easier for me. So I don't know, but I do like how it sits in. I like, when you have things sitting
Yeah,
in like that.
recess, I like those too. Yeah, I've done
Yeah, it
that.
just looks more like art,
My
So I'm
husband
going to use some
showing
shells.
up.
I'm going to use some glass. If I
Oh,
have
cool.
time,
Are you going to resin?
well, if
I like it
not
when you
this one,
resin.
but if I have time, I'm going to do something with like a big seashell. And these I found around my beaches here. We have these big, like, I guess, clam shells. So I had one that I've done last year, and I
Hey,
was going to show
Terry.
everyone, but
Sorry to interrupt.
it's,
Sorry to
I'm
interrupt
going to
you.
paint it a little bit, and then I'm going to put something like this. I'm going to add little shells and little
Oh,
pebbles,
cute.
stuff like that on here. It's a
Yeah.
simple little project. It's great to just keep your rings or something on, or just a decoration. So if I
Yeah.
have time, yeah, I'll do that. It
I
shouldn't take
think
too
more
long.
than anything, I wanted to do this because I just wanted to we didn't get to spend much time together when we met
I
in person.
know.
It's like I want to hang out more and craft and all that. But I want to say hello. I want to say hi to Terry. Hey Terry, how you doing,
Oh,
girl?
Terry's on.
Yeah, I know it's hard for you to see comments, so I'll be
Oh,
doing the
good. Yeah, let me
comments for you.
know.
I did put your link in the comments
Okay.
there for Paint Party with Lydia.
Awesome.
So let me see if I can figure out how to.
This
I don't
hat's too
pin.
big.
Oh, pin. I pinned it. I've never pinned a comment before. Even I always have everybody else do it for me.
Is that Terry Woodhams?
No, it's Terry. Terry. I just call her Terry L. Terry
Oh,
Tuscaloosa.
yes. Satsatolis.
Sa-
Satsatolis. Satsatolis.
Saskatoon.
Something like that. Yep. Okay. Hi,
Saskatoon.
Terry.
Like I said, I was married to a Greek. Mine was Miss Elitis. You think I would be able to do the Greek pronunciations, but it's good to have you here, Terry. I'm glad you're here hanging out with. She said she likes our hats.
Oh,
Well, that was Lydia's idea. Look at her; she's a lot more dressed up than I. I keep going. Okay, what direction am I
got
at?
my beach cover up.
There.
What
Yeah,
else
she
do I
got
have?
her
I bought
beach
my
cover up. Show her
I,
your towel and
I got a
everything.
towel. I didn't bring a beach chair, but I have a towel with my little towel clips, my beach bag, and I did have some my sunscreen. Looks like I'm going to burn today. I can't find it now.
Uh oh.
Uh oh.
Uh oh.
And
Well, it's
this
a
is a
good thing
hat.
we're
I think it was
crafting inside.
Genesis. This was
Oh,
a
the
hat
hat
from a fair. I
is
can't
it?
find my sun hat, my straw sun hat. So that's what I got.
Okay.
I
Okay.
feel like,
So, and I'm letting you know, Friday, Cinco de Mayo, it's the weekend. I got my brewski. I'm drinking me a Corona. I
oh,
mean,
you were?
not Corona. It's a Bud Light. It's a Bud Lime. It's got lime in it. It's really good.
Oh, toast. And I
Yeah, I
got my
usually don't even
fancy.
drink that much, but I just felt like having a beer. What can I tell you? And
Well, yeah, when
we're
it's
in
hot,
the
a nice
event.
cold
We're
beer
not
is good.
any rules. We're making our own rules, so why not?
Yeah. I made
Yeah,
my fancy little drink.
I know. I love the umbrella. That's so cute. I was telling her, you guys that have seen Lydia and a lot of the lives, when she does events, she's so great because she puts on the mask and the costumes and the hats, and I'm just like cracking up because she's just like so
I
into
go
it.
all
I'm
out.
just loving it. Yeah, she does. It's awesome. Oh, I saw that, Terry. I gave her a little birthday wishes. That's cool. She's 37. My daughter's going to be the
Nice.
big 40. My
Oh, how
only daughter
young.
this December. She'll be 40. So yeah, so she gave me 3 grandkids. That's good because I was the only child and she was the only child. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is I haven't done anything with glass in a while, and this is kind of fun and but it's going to be cool. Is I'm going to do a little painting and a little clay on this wine glass. I'm going to do a little mermaid motif kind of feel. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just kind of working on this little wine glass. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use paints on it, and I'm going to use enamel paints like the enamel type. I've got my camera situated differently so you can see it in my whole thing. But I got some enamel paints that you actually bake onto your glasses, and they're like glass paint, all purpose. And then I'll be adding some metallics and stuff to it and adding some zhuzhing it up. I did this bottle. Yeah, she's getting old, but I'm not sure she gave me. She gave you 4 grandkids. Okay, all right. I said, but you're not sure. You're not sure she gave you for? I'm not trying to understand. Anyway, this bottle here I did last year, and
Pretty.
I love this bottle, and it's been sitting, and it's on my Etsy, but nobody's bit the dust on it yet. But
So pretty.
anyway, it's kind of a cool mermaid bottle, and I'm going to be doing something along the lines. It's not going to be probably as elaborate as this, but I'm going to do a smaller version, and I've got some mermaid molds now. This one I hand sculpted myself. I've started switching with molds because they're a lot faster. I can actually do the carving if I want to, but it takes too much time. And people, if I'm going to sell it, they don't want to invest the money for the amount of time I do. So molds are the way to go these days. I also got this little guy too that I did. I have several of these little like bottles. This is one with the thing, and it lights up. See, I've got it's kind of like it's got its own little cave inside. It's got the
Pretty.
fish with the cave
Wow.
and the little gravel inside there. Yeah, so that those are two, and I've got a couple more. I've got an octopus and a couple more. So I like beach stuff, of course. I live close to the beach, so it's kind of nice
Right.
to have. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna start doing our thing and jab out a little bit, and hopefully some other people will pop on here. I know when you do these kind of like non-event things and you're going on your own, unless you have like thousands of followers, you don't have too many people that really hop on and hang out with you, especially maybe on a Friday afternoon. Some people might be gearing up for their weekend or whatever they're doing. So, but we do appreciate those that do hang
Yeah.
out. And thank
Yeah.
you very much, Terry. Appreciate that.
You know
What's
what?
going
I
on
don't
over
have
there in
water.
Arizona? Go get water. That's one thing nice about having
Oh my
two
God.
people
Right. How
on
many times
screen.
do I paint? I still don't bring water when I need water.
Hey, Mary, can
Let's-
you ladies see me now? I have been on. I see you, Mary. Mary Miller shows up as
Oh,
Mary
hi,
Miller.
Mary.
Yeah, I didn't even know anything happened until you posted that. Like, how many
Oh, a
people
page?
or pages got messed up? I don't think mine
That's
did, but
horrible.
I really wasn't paying much attention to it. What was I? I think I was working yesterday. Yeah, I was working. I was working, so I didn't
All
pay
right.
much
I may have to
attention.
get water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, like I said, that's one thing nice about having two people on the screen at once is that if somebody goes away, you don't have an empty screen. It can be just us jabbing and kind of takes up the slack a little bit. So, yeah, Mary, thanks for coming on. I know you said you're picking up the kids, so let's go on. Sorry, I'm drinking a Corona. I don't really drink hardly at all, but I just really had like this craving for a lime beer. So, and it's Cinco de Mayo, and I'm making enchilada. I've already made one batch of enchiladas. I work home care, and I have these elderly couple, and they want me to cook for them a lot. I made a whole batch of chicken enchiladas.
You did.
Then after I'm done with this, I'm gonna go make a whole nother batch for my husband and us
Oh, wow.
tonight. I know. She's at the
Nice.
kids and you hop in it. Okay, that's cool. Thank you. So, like I said, for this, I'm going to be doing some painting and I'm going to be doing some clay work on it too. And then I'll fire it up and then make it so it'll actually be durable enough to drink. If anybody's seen any of the steampunk, you got one of my mugs, right,
I
Lydia?
did. I love
Yeah,
it.
the steampunk one. My cousin had ordered some for me and she sent me pictures of them at the bar. They take them to the bar and they're like cheering
Oh,
with them.
really?
Uh-huh. So the first thing I'm gonna do is
Oh.
I'm gonna create like a little outline here on my glass. I'm
I,
using a Sharpie and I'm just gonna, my screen's a little funky because I usually am a lot closer, but I'm just kind of creating like a little general outline to where I want to paint. I don't want to go above the line, number one, because people's lips are gonna be on it and you don't want to have paint up there that real high up on the lip line. So I'm just kind of creating a line around here to give me like a paint line to follow, loose paint line, something like that. You can't see that, I know. Usually when you work with glass, you put a little piece of paper inside here so they can see the outside of it, but I forgot to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna just put some paint on here. And so you're using a shell. Oh, look.
I gotta go for a swim.
All right, you're gonna get steamy, man. Hey, Lisa, that thing's gonna start steaming up, girlfriend. Put your snorkel on. Come on.
Oh, I love to
Ah.
snorkel.
Has anybody ever been snorkeling, you guys? We're going to talk about beach. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about vacations. Anybody tell beach stories? Things. I know Lydia's got a lot, because she's got the Aruba. I've lived in the beach area, and I know Mary used to live in Florida. So I'm sure a lot of us got things that we can talk about with the beach and what's our favorite thing. Do you like boating? Do you like jet skiing, parasailing? I've done them all so far.
Yeah.
I have scuba in a pool, not in the actual open water. And I've snorkeled. So does anybody have any favorite water activity besides just sitting on the beach?
You've done
Oh,
scuba?
skiing. I have not scuba. You know what I want to do? I took it in a thing in the YMCA in North
Yeah.
Carolina. I didn't care for it because the guy had the wrong equipment and I couldn't get
Oh,
my buoyancy right and I was
yeah.
annoyed. I think I want to do one of those where you just put the mask on, like the hookah thing, and you just
Oh,
put the
yeah.
mask on and just like you just swim, free form
Yeah,
swim.
I would love to do
Me.
scuba, but I'm too chicken because I'm a
Oh,
little
not me.
claustrophobic and just being under the water like that deep. And I'm afraid I'm gonna like just run out of air, and you can't just pop up. It is too complicated. You gotta know what you're doing, and I can't
Right.
remember anything.
Well,
I'd
that's
break them up too
why,
quick.
doing one of those things where you just put the mask on, they control everything and you don't have to have worry about your tanks and all that
Yeah,
poo-poo.
maybe
I'm
that.
surprised they don't have that in Aruba. Did you check into that?
Oh no, yeah, I think they had a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I mean maybe next time. Sorry, I gotta make noise here. This running out of
Okay.
my weight.
Terry says she's snorkeled in Hawaii. Okay,
Oh, it must
snorkeling
be
in Kent.
nice.
Oh
Yes, I like
yes,
snorkeling.
I've been to Cabo. I didn't do anything there, but just hang out with my friend and party and drink. That was a long time ago, guys. But I didn't do too many water activities. We were just hanging out and having a good time. And parasailing. I took Robert
Yeah,
parasailing. We did that together. That was
I've done
funny.
parasailing. Yeah.
Oh, remember I showed you the slingshot with Robert and I.
Oh my god, that was crazy. That I wouldn't do.
If anybody's ever into seeing something really crazy, they have this thing. I don't know
Oh,
if you know what a slingshot is in Daytona. It's this huge like rubber band thing that like bungee that shoots you up in the air and it's like negative G's and you spins you around.
yeah. Oh my
Anyways,
god. Just
I had
looking
this
at it, I was like,
crazy
oh.
idea to get Robert, to go on that, and I talked Robert into it. Man, that was a huge mistake. We were both so sick, but it's still on a video on Facebook. And if anybody, I saved it on my Facebook, so if anybody wants to see it, just let me know, and I can post it again on my page. It comes around, with the
Okay.
memories every year, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was pretty funny, I must
Yeah.
say.
That I wouldn't do. I get very lightheaded, seasick, or
Nay
nauseous, whatever.
Allen. Hello, Nay. How are you? You're saying good evening. Where are you from, darling? It's the afternoon here. We're on the East Coast in America. Lydia is in Massachusetts and I am in Florida. So we're both East Coast girls. But I'd like to know where you're from. Have you ever been on either one of our pages before? I don't know. Doesn't sound familiar. We have a lot of events we go into. So, okay, so I'm putting like a little base coat on this with the enamel paint. I'm going to throw another color on here. The reason I wanted to put it with the enamel, because in my mind, it's like you at least get your enamel base coat on, because that's what's going to really stick to the glass. And then you can put some other colors, even if they're just regular acrylics on top of that. It's kind of like a primer coat, I guess is what we
See if
want
I
it
can
for. Okay.
get me in the craft here.
So you actually did paint inside the canvas, so Lyd.
I did. Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can get me in the craft.
Oh, you love the slingshot, Terry?
Oh,
Man, we were so sick. I mean, like,
very
I'm really
nice.
bad with motion sickness. Sometimes I get sick in the car. So I can't do very good things with motion, although I will try it, obviously, as I did the slingshot. But that thing made me so sick. I was sick for days. So was Robert. Like, we're like, no, we're not doing this again. But anything to do with water, I'm all about the water, man. I love water. I was a lifeguard when I was younger. I actually got to do a little stint in that when I was in the Navy. They let me be a lifeguard for 2 seasons. I was
I'm
on the
not.
swim
Sorry,
team and the
guys.
diving
I
team.
guess I can't.
So yeah, water's my thing. Maybe that's another reason why I love being around close to the sunshine belt a little bit. All right, so I think that's pretty good.
Actually,
Best
I
way to
gotta cool
test
off
these
right now. I'm
things is
getting hot
hold
down
it
here.
up. Hold it up in the light when you're painting, and then you can kind of see what it looks like overall. Pretty good. Yeah. Oh, that's it, Terry. I'm all about the adrenaline rush. It was not the adrenaline problem. I was like, woo, I was loving that part. It was the motion sickness. Same reason why
Yeah.
I can't do roller coasters and things like that. I would love it because I love that thing. I love there's a thing called an alpine slide where it's kind of like a dry, what is it, toboggan thing, but it's on mountains and you can go on those things, go down those things. I want to do that
Oh,
when
I
we went
like
to North
that.
Carolina, but we didn't make it over there in time. I
There we
was
go.
so bummed, but I think I can handle that. I've never been bungee jumping. It's
Oh,
not that I wouldn't, and I haven't jumped out of a plane yet.
oh,
Although
yes.
DeLand, my airport, has a program. A lot of people come to DeLand to do the jumping thing here. So
Really?
a pretty cool program, I guess, for that. But I haven't done it yet. And I've just wondered if it might mess with my back. I need to talk to somebody, but it's on my bucket list. I'll get to it one
Oh
day.
no, not me. I'm a little chicken
No,
for that.
no, no. I would go tandem though. I'm not going to go by myself. I'll
They'd
just
have
get
to
some
shove
dude.
me out of
I'll
that
just strap on the
airplane.
back of somebody and let them take me down. But just a good experience. I've talked to a lot of people that actually done it, and they said, you get mixed comments about if it's good, if it's not, and all that sort of thing. But anyway, I'm jabbing right now. Let you talk. I am from Virginia. I watch so many crafts. I don't know if I've watched you both or not. Okay, well, whether you have or have not, it's nice for you to be here.
Yep,
And if you
welcome.
want to go ahead, I've got Lydia. She is pinned in the comments there, and you could go over to her page and give her a follow and do the same with me. I'd appreciate it. Primarily, like I said, Lydia and I've been knowing each other for almost probably going on 2 years, I think,
2 years,
from
I
other
think. Yeah,
groups, and then we started doing these events with the other groups. So, and we did meet in person last week. We talked
that
about
was
that.
fun. Yeah.
It was fun because she came down. Her and her husband came down to Orlando, and we went out with my husband and had a good time. But as far as like what we do, Lydia pretty much like she mixes it up a lot. I mean, she does a lot of really cool things. She resins, she paints, she does paint parties. She does a lot of really cool like wood boards, wood rounds, and stuff like that. And for me, I kind of do that, but I stick with clay a lot. I do a lot with polymer clay, and I usually do add something to a clay element if I'm doing something. I'm using clay.
But it's amazing
So
what you do with clay. Like anything we can do on paper or painting, you do with clay. You make it
I'm
3D, which is really cool.
telling ya, I've got something cool waiting in the wings, guys.
Yeah.
Sunday is the bird event. Are you in that one on the Crafty Bunch?
This
The
Sunday?
Sunday, the birds. It's for the
No, I'm
birds.
not on anything this
I've
weekend, I
got a
don't
bird
think.
event. I'm doing like a little bird totem, and then I've got
Ah.
the pollinator thing. Spotlight for me on Wednesday is I'm doing these cone flowers. Oh, I'm
Oh,
telling you,
I
pretty
love
cool.
cornflowers.
I had to pre-make them. They're actually like long stemmed cone flowers on a thing. Yeah, so it's gonna be kind of cool.
Oh,
I've
wow.
always wanted to parachute. Yeah, me too. Like I said, I've got it right down 5 minutes down the road here for me. I just need to make that decision and go for it. I think what I'm going to do, I can't remember if the color shift paints, once you bake it, if they don't color shift anymore or not. But I think I've used color shift paints before when and baked it, and I don't remember if they came out. I'm just going to put a little pearl on top of this, I guess, to kind of lighten this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna start working on my clay part. Yeah. So how's everything going out in Arizona, Terry? Is the weather? I know nobody talks about the weather, but is it starting to get a little bit nicer out there? I mean, come on, it's almost well, I can't believe it's almost June. We're in May. May.
Yeah, it's going by fast.
I know. Just had my birthday. My grandson's birthday is next month. My husband's is my aunt's is in after that, and then my husband's, and then the other one. It's like there's a birthday every single month in my family. It seems like, except for maybe 2 months.
Yeah,
Somebody's
May
got a
is busy.
birthday,
Between Mother's Day, my birthday's in May. We have a lot of birthdays in May. That's a crazy month. There's usually communions and all that.
right?
So and there's always recitals, watching the kids dance recitals, my nieces and
Oh,
stuff, and
cool.
grandkids.
I mean,
Always busy.
so does anybody want to pipe in comments? It's 60, but Wendy, and tell me like where you've had beach experiences from. Like where have you ever vacationed at a beach, or if you lived by a beach, or what was one of your favorite beaches, or a beach thing, or something that you like to do? I'd like to hear a little bit about that. Or if you've never been to the beach or the ocean or the water or what, just kind of give us a little feedback here. So we can, I said I've been living in Florida for 23 years.
Oh,
Um, Before that, I actually lived in Florida when I was younger, preteen, and then I lived in the Bahamas. So, but then I lived out west in the desert area for many years too, and up in Montana and all that. So I've had a little pretty well-rounded
yeah,
experience
you've been
as far as
everywhere.
kind of weather. Well, no, just a wet. No, I haven't been anywhere like Wendy. Oh my Lord, that girl's been everywhere. Like traveled all over the world, it
Ready
seems.
in Ireland?
Yeah, bewitching.
Yeah, I'd like to go to Ireland.
Yeah. I had a
All
friend
right.
that actually relocated over there when I was in the Navy. She ended up moving over there. and I lost contact with her, which is kind of, oh no, excuse me, she was in Scotland, not Ireland. Okay, that's kind of cool. I took the blue and then I put a little bit of the pearl on top of it and made kind of like,
Ready?
look almost like silverish, kind of shiny, shimmy, 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 shimmy. All right, so now let's start doing some clay stuff, huh? I got my colors going on. Like I said, I'm gonna bake all this together and have this cool little glass. I need to get rid of that line though. I need to get rid of that line because that line's going to show. California, and my favorite was Hawaii. I can't remember the other beaches I've been to.
Oh, Hawaii's nice.
Okay. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Let me
Yeah,
get
I
up.
love the Caribbean. I would love to go to Hawaii, but maybe
That's where
someday.
the other Terry Woodhams used to live in Hawaii. Her and her
Oh,
husband
that's right.
lived
Yes.
there. They sure did. I need to get a Q-tip. Speaking of Q-tips, this is a tip for anybody. If you're painting on glass and you make a mistake, you just get some alcohol and a Q-tip, and then that'll take it right off. So I'm going to get rid of that. I probably didn't even have to do that line. I could have just done it freehand and fine. But yeah, I'm just going to go around here and I've got a little Sharpie line. If I don't take that off, it will actually bake into the glass. That's another thing you can do. You can actually, you can use Sharpies on glass and bake your mugs or your glass. It's pretty cool. Great little designs with the Sharpies. They'll bake in there. Hold up pretty good too.
So this is what I'm doing. I'm making like two little friends, like we were at the beach. On the beach thing, so I still have to add their little legs and their arms, those little pocketbooks, those tiny little shells. Made me think of us.
Awesome. Oh, you've been to Mexico too. Cool, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you go in Mexico? We need to go on a cruise, Lid. We got to go on. Anybody want to join us on a cruise?
Yeah.
You know, there's a group of crafty ladies. There's a group of crafty ladies that have booked a cruise, and they're doing cruise crafting.
Ooh,
like,
really?
I forget the name of the group. I saw her on one of the lives the other day, and she was talking about it. It's It's four girls, and they're kind of like, you know, the little girl, like the sisterhood girls.
Yeah.
And they're going on a cruise. They booked this cruise, and they said they got like 50 people that are taking this cruise, and they're going to be crafting and hanging out and cruising. I'm like, yes.
Oh, that's fun.
I'd love to do that. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time for me.
That would be fun. You pen that right here. So you want to share some beach stories?
Yeah. Let me see. I've got some. I've got some interesting ones. Depends on how interesting we want to get.
Rated PG.
Well, I mean, it's pretty PG. I can make it PG. Let's put it that way.
There we go.
But long story short is when I was in my 20s and I was silly and I was actually in boot camp and we got our first leave. We were in boot camp in Orlando, believe it or not. I actually joined from Montana and then came all the way to Orlando for the boot camp because that's the only place they have boot camp for girls. I don't know if they changed that since I was in the Navy. And yeah, so our first leave, a bunch of us came to Daytona. We rented a hotel right on the water. And of course, we were drinking. We got pretty toasted. And I decided I wanted to go swimming at 3 o'clock in the morning out on the beach. Everybody else is passed out. But I went skinny dipping and I got arrested.
You did?
I got arrested. But the thing about it is, it trips me out. There was not a soul. There was like one little group of people way off in the distance, like having a little bonfire. Nobody was there. It was dark as all get out. How could anybody see me?
Right.
You know, I'm like, what? The next thing I know, I got these cop lights like blaring on me with a bullhorn saying, you need to come out of the water. I'm like,
my God, that's how embarrassing.
I'm because I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just leave me alone.
Did they give you a towel?
They made me walk out to the shore naked as a jaybird with the lights on. And people were clapping. There was like a group of people.
Oh my gosh.
Where did people come from at 3 o'clock in the morning in the dark? There's no lights on the beach.
I die. Oh my gosh.
Like, oh my Lord. Yep, I got put in jail and had to get my friends the cop actually that arrested me tried to call the hotel and the phone wasn't working. So he actually went and knocked on the door, woke them up, and they had to like scramble $30 together. Nobody had any money back then. We're getting out of boot camp. $30 to bail me out. And I was so scared and mortified. I'm like, oh my God, the Navy's going to find me out. They're going to kick me out.
Right.
But they didn't.
Wow.
He said, well, we're not going to report it unless we won't say anything unless they inquire. So nobody ever inquired. So I don't know if I still have a record in Daytona for skinny dipping.
Oh
19,
my gosh.
I was 19, I was 20 years old. So it was, wow, that was 40,
And it
40
was
years
dark
ago.
out. Yeah, no one could see. It doesn't count when it's dark out. Not like you're out in
Did
public.
I ever skinny dip again? I don't think I have. Well, maybe in a private situation, like in a home at a pool, but not in a public thing like that. But that's why I did it. I'm like, it's pitch dark. It's the ocean. Nobody's here. What's
Right.
gonna happen to me? And nope, I don't know. I don't know who how they found me, but they did. Maybe someone was beach paroling or something, doing a parole, not parole, but patrolling. A
Oh,
parole.
yeah.
I got parole.
Patrolling.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got put on parole, guys. Anyway, yeah, so that's one of my
no, no,
funny
mine's nothing
stories
like
that I
that.
like to tell people. Yeah, okay, so I think I'm pretty cleaned up. Get it a little bit more cleaned up
I
there.
just lost a child at the beach.
The fish must have called the cops. Oh, you lost a child? Oh, that sucks. That'd be
Well,
scary.
my ex's fault, but
Uh-oh.
so yeah, it was a beach near our house, so it wasn't like far away. It was all local
Uh-huh.
people. Beach we used to go to all the time. And I was teaching my son how to swim, and he was like 4 years old. I was like teaching this like a little creek off the bend there of the beach. So I told my husband, I
Right,
said, watch Rachel, who was 2 years old. Watch her. I'm going to take Ryan. So I took my son. I come back with after teaching my son, the doggy paddle. I come back, and
right.
I'm walking up where my husband was, and I'm like, he's laying there, head down, laying there, right,
Oh,
sleeping.
no.
So I look and I'm like, where's Rachel? So I wake him up. He's like sleeping. I'm like, where's Rachel? Like, who falls asleep with a toddler at the beach?
Oh,
And he's
my
like, I don't know.
goodness.
I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Then he's
Oh,
like, oh,
my
she must be
gosh.
there with that bunch of kids. There were little kids like in a circle playing ball. And I look, I'm like, she's not there. I don't see her. I don't see her. And I'm like panicking already, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't see her. And then he's like, oh no, she's not here. I'm like, oh my God, oh my gosh. And I go running towards the other part of the beach that was like the big ocean area, not the creek. I'm running there like a crazy lady calling for her. And luckily, someone was carrying her in his arms, and it was a teacher. Come to find out, he was a teacher at an elementary school that my kids ended up going to.
Oh,
So, we ended
wow.
up for years. I'm like,
Awesome.
thank you again. Thank you for saving her. So
Oh,
he said that she was looking for
scary.
mommy, but daddy was
Oh,
sleeping. Oh
oh
my
my gosh.
gosh.
Oh, boy, I bet you let him have it. I would.
I mean, it was only like, minutes, but still, I mean, she was walking
Still,
up the beach.
it don't take but a second,
Yeah.
for
And
something to
luckily it
happen.
was, like I said, it was mostly people from town, but you don't know.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Fell asleep.
Wow. Crazy. I would have definitely got on him for that one. Okay, so let me see if I'm missing any comments here. Just pretty much
None of
Terry,
this is working.
May Allen, Lisa. Okay, we got a couple people popped on. That's good. All right, so now it's time for me to do some clay work. My favorite thing. So I've got this cute little mold. Like I said, I found these little mermaid molds, and there's two of them. And I'm going to do a little clay inside the mold here, little silicone mold. And I'm going to put her on here. Then I'm just going to work some elements around her. Maybe create a little fishy and starfish and some things like that. Yeah, and like I said, I don't, I'm trying to remember. I had one other beach story. I don't know why. I've had some water stories. Oh, this is kind of fun. So been about 2 years, Robert's family, they all have boats. They live over in the Sarasota, Florida area.
Yeah.
And oh, it's kind of cool. When I wear my earbud, like I've got an earbud in for talking, and it actually lets me play. I can hear music,
Ah,
my own music that I'm playing in my ear. I know it's kind of nice. I just had to turn it down. It was a little bit loud. Um, so anyway, yeah. So we went out. There was a whole group. It was like the 4th of July, something like big event. And one of the friends, he took a bunch of us out in the boat. There was the grandma, the wife, the young
yeah.
kids, some guys. I mean, there was just like a group of us. There was probably a good at least 10 of us on the boat. And so we get out into this one area, and the tide goes out, and we get stuck like on a sandbar. But it's kind of like it's round one of those, like, you ever know what like a whirlpool thing is, where it kind of creates like a whirlpool?
Oh
Are
yeah.
you familiar with that? It was kind of weird, but some people were kind of getting a little bit nervous because they thought we
Mm-hmm.
were going to go into the whirlpool, but it was a very small whirlpool. But so we all got out. You know, the guys were out there pushing and trying to get out of this thing. We were just stuck. We could not get that boat up out of that sandbar.
Oh
And
my
it was
goodness.
funny. We were out there for, oh, I don't know, almost an hour, just kind of like there was a little island, like a little sand, like a little water, not water,
Like
land
standby?
mass, like a little, no, it was like a little, yeah, like a big sand, but like a little small land mass that
Yeah.
we could have, you know, try to like thinking about going to and everything, but we just kind of hung out on the boat and kept trying to do it. And eventually the tide just started shifting a little bit and it, you know, it took us out. We got out of it.
Oh,
They were out there struggling with that for a while, but that was kind of
yeah.
interesting. Like the and it was kind
It's
of getting
scary though.
dark too. Yeah, some like the younger, some of the other people, like the little kids and stuff, were, "What's going on? Are we going to be okay?" And yeah,
Right.
we'll be fine. I wasn't sweating it at all. And actually, by the time we called, you know, you don't get really good cell service sometimes on the
Yeah.
water. So, but we got a hold of Robert's brother, and he was coming out to help us out. But then, right as he was coming out, the water started coming up, and were able to get out and get on our own. So,
Yeah. Boating, I mean, it's fun, but it can be very scary.
I don't know if I would be one of those people. Um, things are looking. Oh, okay. I don't know if I would be one of those people that would want to like sail around the world or do
Oh
like a
gosh, no.
sailing thing. I would be a little bit nervous about that.
Oh
I
my
just,
God, yeah, no.
you know, I'm
Don't
afraid
take
of
me too far away from the shore.
pirates. Honestly,
I'm
like,
afraid of the ocean.
well, yeah, I mean, there's that, and yes, you have to be very experienced to know, you know, so you don't get
Yeah,
into huge storms, and you know, what are you going to do about all that?
that's what I'm afraid of.
But the
Yeah.
pirates freak me out too, like because I know that they're out there, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
and they can rob
True.
you and kill you and all that sort of thing. And I'm like, I
Uh,
don't think I want to.
yeah.
That would make me
No, I
nervous.
would never go like sail around the world. That's for sure.
I have a friend of mine, another friend of mine named Lisa, and she has a friend who is from Poland, but he basically lives on a boat and he travels all over the world. And he that's how he gets around. He goes on his boat and he goes everywhere. And I'm
Wow.
like, and he's trying to get her to go on a tour. I said, if it was a small little, you know, like just jaunt to the Bahamas or something, maybe I'd do it. But you know, make sure the weather's good. Oh, I love the water too, Terry. Honestly, I feel the most comfortable in the water. I am such a fish. I absolutely love it. I got to go in the water. The clients I work for, like I said, they're both at 91 and they have a really beautiful home that's right on the lake when they got their own screened in pool and whatnot. And so the pool wasn't in very good shape when I first got there. And so he's been working on getting it ready. I think this is kind of good for me. I don't know because I said I'll go swimming in there because I like to swim laps for exercise. So I went in there for the first time yesterday. I got in there. The water was beautiful temperature, but there was a bunch of sediment at the bottom he didn't clean up, and I started swimming and it all poofed up. It was like a big old cloud in the pool water.
Oh,
I'm like, oh no,
oh,
we need
that's
to
yucky.
quit
Yeah.
packing the bottom out there. I told him I would do it, but he's
Oh,
insisting on wanting to do it himself.
ah,
He's the most competent 91-year-old individual I've ever met in my life.
yeah.
This man, I am in such awe of this man, his capabilities. I work with a lot of seniors, and I've never seen one as as you know, like headed and physically fit and everything. Oh my lord, he still
Wow.
drives. He goes to the grocery store. And you don't even think of him being 91 at all.
Oh my goodness. God
Yeah,
bless him.
I know it's crazy. That would make me feel like life and swimming and the swimming around. Yeah, swimming around. Well, like I said, I don't know. It just the water was clear. If you're talking about the pool water, Terry, I'm not sure, but it was cool, but it just had all that cloudiness in it. And I had my goggles on. I couldn't even see in front of me because it was so cloudy. He said it was because the filter broke and it had diatomaceous earth in there or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. You can't tell until you get in there because you stir it up on the bottom. It's just sitting there. So when have you guys got your boat out yet, Terry? Lydia?
No, probably like end of May. We have to paint the
Okay.
bottom. So he and his son will paint the bottom of the boat. I guess you have to do that every year. Um, but years ago, a friend of ours had a boat and we didn't. And I always wanted a boat, right? With my ex, I kept asking for a boat. We had a pool, in-ground pool, but I wanted a boat. And we never got one. So when Dennis said, that he had a boat before, I'm like, let's get a boat. And we ended up, getting the boat. But when I went with, so my friend one day was really nice. He and his wife and one of their sons, my son was really good friends with one of their sons, took us out. They're like, oh, you want to come on the boat with us? Oh, I was so happy, right? I'm like, yes. I'm like, thank you, because I was so excited. And we went on the boat. It was fine getting there. We went, and actually Dennis and I have been back to that area. And it was like a beach area with a lighthouse. So pretty, right? Well, we weren't there long on the beach. They left me and the wife on the beach, and my ex and him went fishing. Well, within an hour and a half or so, they were back and they're like, we got to go. We're like, what? They're like, yep, we got to go. There's a big storm coming. We're like, oh, they're like, yep, we got to go down. I'm like, okay. So we get in the boat. Well, there's an area that's always kind of rough, and it's a certain passage and it gets really rough. Well, we go through there. I am screaming. I thought I was going to die that day. I prayed so much. I mean, the waves, he had like a 22-foot boat. The waves, we were pounding on those waves. Water was coming all in the boat.
Ooh,
they had their
scary.
son, and his son, he has Down syndrome, but he's like such a cool kid, and he's there relaxed, right? And I'm screaming every now and then, and I'm like, oh my God, I mean, the waves, they look so powerful, the ocean. And I thought, oh, yeah, we go in, that's it, I'm dead. I'm dead. Get water up my nose and I'm dead. And so I had my life jacket on, and at some point, I'm like, is this okay? And he's like, yeah, I can handle it. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm thinking, I don't think I'm on a boat anymore. And then I kept screaming. His son is like, it's okay, Mrs. Medeiros, it's okay.
Aww.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't want to make the kid freak out. I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Then I'd scream again. And then my friends, the one driving the boat, turned to his wife and said, put on your life jacket. And she's like, are you kidding? He's like, put on your life jacket. And she's like, you've never told me to do that. And I'm like, yep, I'm thinking to myself, yep, we're going to die. We're going to die.
Oh my gosh.
By the time we got to land, I was like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But next time I'm happy to stay right here in the harbor. You don't just keep the boat in shallow water. We'll have cheese and crackers and some wine. And I'm good. A day on the boat, go turn the ignition. I'm good. And
That's
I was
crazy.
all day, my stomach was tied in a knot. So it's amazing how I wanted a boat still. So for a while, I'm like, I don't want a boat. But now we do. But I get nervous when we hit like 3-4 foot swells. I don't like it. These were like 5. I get nervous. So it's going to be a calm day. So that's why a lot of times we don't use the boat that much, because it's very windy here in this area by the water. So around 1 or 2, 3, you can't really be on the water unless if you have a huge boat,
Huh.
So we got to go in the morning, and I hope to go to for sunset. But Dennis doesn't usually like doing that. But yeah, I get a little nervous. I mean, they're fun, but I'm telling you, that day I saw the power of the ocean. Like when you're in it and those waves are just banging against you. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know how those fishermen do
I
it.
I have a lot of respect for the water. I really do, because I know that it can happen to you. I want to say hello to a couple people. Denise, hello. How are you? Good afternoon. Good to have you here. Like I said, if you guys are first with myself, Crafting with Kim, or Paint Party with Lydia, I really appreciate if you just tap on the screen for me. Lydia is posted, and she's pinned in the comments below. You can go to her page and give her a like and a follow. Love all that. That's great. And then Sue's on. Hey, Sue, how are you? And who else we got now? Somebody from Spain said hello. I'm trying to figure. I said, good evening from a hot Spain.
Wow, nice. That's another place I want to go to.
From my end, I'm not seeing who that person is. If you wouldn't mind telling me your first name from the person from Spain, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
That's in my destinations.
Good for you. Okay, so I wanted to show you the image that come out of this little mold. It's a pretty kind of really cool Little Mermaids. Let's see if I can hold it up and get a decent. I hope it doesn't slide off my thing here. Can you guys see her? She's pretty.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So now I'm just gonna put a. Go ahead.
Sculpty?
It is the white Sculpty. It's the Michael's version, the Craft Smart version, but it is the white Sculpty clay. Like I said, this is what it looks like. It's the clay. It looks red like that. It's from Michael's. Yeah. I usually get this one because it's bakeable. I get this one because it's the most cost effective. Besides my beige one that I use a lot, my Super Sculpty that I love to use. But anyway, what I'm going to do with her is I'm just going to put a little pearl color on her, little pearl metallic, and then I'm going to attach her to the glass. And then I'll just kind of work some other little elements around here with some starfish and stuff on there. Yeah, she is. It's got a lot of really cool detail on her, actually. There's two of them that came with this. I got these off Amazon, and I think they are in my link tree. I've got my Amazon in there, and I've got them in my Amazon thing, so you guys could go pick those up if you want. The silicone molds are really fun to work with. I want to show you something kind of cool that I did. So I really wanted to make a, oh, by the way, I did, this is my other clay. I did her, these have been baked. This is another version that's got like the hands up by her face. But this one, you see this one? It's the same one that I just showed you in the white, but I actually sculpted the back of it. I hand sculpted the back of it so that it's dimensional. Okay, so it's one piece. So you can actually make a full dimensional piece if you want to.
Cool.
You just have to sculpt, because they don't make the molds that are two part.
Right.
You can put them together and make a full mold. They usually just come like one side, you know, and you don't have the back side finished off. So I did that, and I was trying to make my own mold that with caulking, which I've done before, but it's so small it didn't turn out to what I was going to do a little video tutorial on that. So anyway, but I still have them right there. I'll put them on something one day. I was just kind of playing around with those. All right, thank you. Yeah, so like I said, what I'm doing, Denise, since you kind of came in late, I work with polymer clay a lot, and I work with glass, and you can attach the polymer clay to the glass. What I'm going to be doing with this, though, is for it to be actual functional, so you can use it. If you are doing something that is like a veneer, like I said, I've done ones with like steampunk, and I've wrapped the entire things in clay and whatnot, and they hold up really well. But this one's just going to have like little bits on it, you know, here and there on the painted glass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the images on there in the clay so that they mold into the shape, and I will fire it like that. But then I will actually purposely pop them off, and I will put resin. I'm going to resin it. So the actual pieces, once they're fired or baked, then I'll actually resin them on there so they'll be really nice and strong, and you can actually hand wash it and use it and all that sort of thing. So, because I do want it to be a functional item, not just something to look at. All right, so where am I going? Oh, I need a painter first. All right. So yeah, I've made a decision, and Terry's on here, and I know Terry's kind of interested in this. I started like my own little subscription group last year, but I didn't have a big followership. I still don't have a huge followership, but I wanted to start the membership up. I've got everything set. I've even got the group. It's called Mud.Clay.Art. It's not very active right now, but what I'm going to do is I decided this is kind of like my deciding factor. Once I get 3,000 followers, I'm going to start my subscription group. So I'm at like 17, almost 1,800 right now. Once I start my subscription group, I'm going to get to 3,000. I will do my subscription group. And basically what it is, it's going to be probably starting out about $8 a month. It's going to be really inexpensive, but we will be working together with Clay, and we will do projects together. I will actually be able to even do Zoom. I wanted everybody to be able to see each other in person, not just, you know, comments on the page. And I will walk you through the whole process of how to work with polymer clay and some other clays and things like that. And I've got a lot of fun projects we can do together, and it'll be a lot of fun. So that's working in my head. It's all sitting there. It's just a matter of me putting the time down.
All right. Sounds like fun. I like the Zoom idea.
All right, let's see what you got going on, Lydia. I'm jabbing so much. I know I'm going to get done. I just do that. I'm okay when I get on by myself, but I get on with somebody else and I want to talk. Oh, that's so cute, Lydia. I want that.
I got a little pocketbook. Came out a little messy, the black. I was using you know, my Sharpie, but the Sharpies weren't working that well, so I had to go over it with the black paint. So now the lines got a little thicker, but I'm gonna add some little, and then I'm gonna put a border here. Not sure what. I might even do all seashells. I don't know. So, or I might do a ribbon. So it's like two little girls at the beach.
It's you and me.
And they got that. Yeah, that's why I thought of it. I'm like, oh, it's just like us at the beach.
Hello, Miss Donna from Alabama. Girlfriend, that is where I was born. I was born in Boaz, Alabama. I'm a Floridian now. Through a long process, but part of Alabama you're from, darling? I love it when I get people from Alabama. I still got a lot of family there. I haven't been back there in a few years, but it's my heart. Alabama's my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Sure is. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put her, this little mermaid, on my glass. But the one thing I might be a little concerned about is once I pop her off, if it's going to pull the paint off the glass. Once it's baked, it might do that, and I might have to zhuzh that up a little bit, but come on, get off of there. Why did I do that? One thing about this polymer clay, guys, it's sticky. It's sticky, sticky, sticky. You got to lift it up with these. I just dumped her. You got to lift it up with these tissue blades. Oh, she's flopping down. Look, Lydia, it's like a floppy fish.
Oh no.
I just lift her back up and put her up there. Okay,
that restaurant was fun that we went to.
Oh, Joe's Crab Shack.
Joe's Crab, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that's a very, very popular
I like the way
place.
the decor.
Yeah, it's a pier restaurant, guys. It's right on the pier, Daytona. If anybody's ever been to Daytona or been to a restaurant on a pier, it's right at the end of the pier. My husband works for Roto-Rooter. He's a plumber, and they have the contract with that place. And I was telling them how, you don't think about these things because you just don't think about that kind of stuff. But a restaurant, all facilities, they have septic tanks, they have grease traps, especially if it's a restaurant. So, where's all that stuff going to go if your restaurant is sitting on a pier? Well, it goes underneath a big old huge box. They have boxes that are supported on the pier with pipes that run all the way to the length of the darn pier. And that's how they do it, believe it or not. So you have to clean out those traps, and when a storm comes, it knocks everything down. I keep thinking that's very unsanitary. All that nasty stuff's going in the water. Yeah, I don't know, but that's the way they do it. So, sometimes every few months he's got to go out there in the middle of the night and repair things or clean it up or whatever. So there's a start. I just got her on there, but like I said, I'm going to be adding some elements onto her. All right. So yeah, that's one of those behind the scene things that people don't think about too much. I am in Randolph, about 10 miles from, Tuscaloosa. Okay, cool. I lived there when I was a kid. My stepdad, my ex-stepdad, had a couple, just like I have ex-husbands. My ex-stepdad, he went to college there when I was little. He was actually going to college for finance or something like that. So I remember that. Just some fond memories there. I remember going to some big old huge park with a big huge round statue of something right across from the college somewhere. That's I've got some pictures of us taking, me and my cousin taking some pictures of us doing that. All right, so now I think I got a little start. I'm just going to kind of mold most of it by hand at this point. Besides doing her, I'm just going to add the other little elements on there. Randolph. Now I've never heard of Randolph, but a lot of people have never heard of Albertville, Alabama either, which is where most of my family is from in that area. Boaz, Albertville. All right. So now with trying to stay in the camera, I've got very limited space here with my camera this angle. What I'm going to do is just kind of do some little seaweedy things. Like I said, I showed this one before, but you can see I've got like some seaweed elements on this one, and like some little, I don't know, in the camera, I'm looking at the wrong camera. There you go. So you can see all these. I'm going to try to add a little few elements, kind of like I did on this one,
so pretty,
with different coloring. I think I'm just going to leave all that white. I might color a little bit. I could use some other colored clay, but I just don't want to mess with that. Maybe I should use colored clay. What do I got? Whatever I do, I got to kind of make it match. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I need to take her off. See, I get to talking and I lose my concentration. All right. So she's got to come off here. If you want something, like if you're doing a clay piece together and you stay, there is actually clay glue that you can glue on there to help things stick together better. Terry says, I just remembered that I had been on the beach in Florida, but last time I was there was before the Epcot was built. Epcot. What's Epcot?
Oh, wow.
What's Epcot? I don't know what that is.
Epcot.
Oh, Epcot. Epcot. Okay. Yeah, you must be talking into it. Epcot. That's where you went, Lydia, right?
Yeah,
you and Dennis?
Yeah, we did.
Epcot. Did you like it?
Oh my gosh, yes. We went on 2 rides because I didn't want to do rides, but we went on one, the Mexican ride, which was like, so it was nice and cool inside. We did that, and that's cute. And then we did the Ratatouille or something, the rat one. Oh
Oh
my gosh!
yeah,
Right, and I've
that was
seen
a
that movie
cute
years
show.
ago. Like with my granddaughter, and it's 3D. We waited like about an hour, if not longer, in line. But it's all kind of part
Oh,
of
did
it's the
you?
shade, pots and doors. But it's
Yeah.
3D, and you go on these little cars, like, and then but you go like downhill, and then like things crash at you, and they actually splatter water at
Oh,
you,
that's
and I'm
fun.
screaming. I kept like things are coming at you, so I'd scream. And Dennis
With
is like, "Oh my god, really?"
Universal's like that. Universal Studio is like they got the rides that are real
Yeah,
interactive.
I
Yeah.
kept screaming. Right, I'm like laughing, then I'm screaming again.
Yay!
It was
Oh
fun.
yeah. Hey Christy. Talk about moving you to YouTube. Here you are. Yes, ma'am. I am. I actually have us on YouTube, uh, Lydia.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, whenever I stream, I can do 3 streams with
Right. Oh,
StreamYard
that's
and I put on
nice.
YouTube. So I've got us on YouTube as well. YouTube and my Pinning Girls and that as well.
Yeah.
So all right.
Oh,
So
that's good.
what I want to do is I realized I didn't want to put just a mermaid on by herself. I want to add a background to her that I'm gonna add my clay elements to. That way it's all one piece and I can be able to pop it off when I need to redo it with the resin. But this is gonna be kind of like my little
Oops.
background.
Oops, oops,
But I
oops.
wanted to roll this little stencil across it to kind of give it a cool little texture on there. And I might make it something else. What you up to today, Christy? Travis, looks fun. Hi, Travis. How are you?
Oops.
It is fun. We're having a blast. We're doing a beach thing, hanging out, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
I'm having my beer. She's having a cocktail, and it's having a good time. So, yeah, we're having fun. All right. So, if I get this thing off of here, I should have put some dang cornstarch on it. I should know better because I'm in a hot room and it's sticky. But I think I can do it. There we go. Got me a little texture going on here on my clay. You guys see that? You probably can't see it very well on camera, but there is. Trust me, texture in there.
So Kim, we had to FedEx some stuff back. We FedExed it
Um,
back to Mass.
oh, oh yeah, the
FedEx.
stuff you bought. What did you get?
Some of the stuff. I got me a new pocketbook. Oops, a
Okay.
new Sperry's. Oops, oops, oops. And but we had gotten like one of those big Buzz Lightyear dolls, and he was kind of big in the box, so he's like, that's not gonna fit. And we had
Please
beach
tell me
towels
that's for one of your children and it's
my
not for you or
granddaughter, yeah. And
Dennis.
then we
Okay,
had
I was
beach
gonna say,
blankets and all that, a
is
beach
Dennis in the
blanket
Buzz
and
Lightyear?
towels. So he's like, we'll just ship it back.
Okay,
So that way,
that's
we don't.
cool.
Either way, you're gonna pay more for your luggage, or and we probably could have made it all fit, but it was nice to just pack it up, and that way you're not worried about it when you're packing. So I just
Right.
came in today.
Oh, cool. Oh, you got it. Awesome.
Yeah, we just
The
got it today.
tray and the
Huh?
tray that you bought that big old silver tray, right?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, the silver tray went in there.
Okay.
What else did we
All right.
buy? Oh, we had bought at which one is it? Hard Rock Cafe. We had bought, that's a fun place too. We had bought like tropical drinks, and then you can keep the cup as a souvenir, pretty glass cups. So that got shipped too, and they bubble wrapped it all. So better than having it break in your luggage. So
Yeah,
since we were gonna ship, we're like, all right, let's just put extra stuff in there.
absolutely. Okay, so Travis, your birthday is May 25th. Well, almost happy almost birthday, Travis.
Oh, happy
He says, my
birthday.
mom does a lot of artwork. I'm looking for pen pals to write to. Okay. Well, I don't know, Travis, have you ever been hanging out with any of these crafty girls? There's actually some guys that do crafting too. If you've ever explored that with all the Facebook crafters going on, they're all over the place. It's kind of like the thing. It's one of the things. There's some
Yep.
there's some crafter celebrities on here too. All kinds of stuff. So it's a good place to hang out. It's good, clean fun. We have a good time making
Yep.
stuff, talking, learning. Ah, this thing's getting way too stretchy. I need to turn this over. All right. Sometimes you just got to do what it takes to get the job done. You know what I mean? I just added a little extra piece on the bottom because it looked like it was a little too short. Kim, what is your glass colored for with the blue? Okay, what I did is I used some enamel. Excuse me, guys. I used some enamel. I used this one. These are the enamel paints. I've got my camera set up differently than I normally do, but there we go. Okay, it's an enamel paints that you can bake. And they have the glass paints, the same basic thing. Like this one is a glass paint as well. And you paint on, it's for paint on glass, and then you're going to bake it. You can bake these so that they're functional. So I just put a base coat on here to add a little, zhuzhy up and a little color to the piece. And then I'm adding my clay elements on top of it. It's like a little mermaid underwater kind of theme I'm going with here. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and paint this background a color too. I'm not going to leave it white. I'm going to do something with it. So I think I'll do this with the color shifts, maybe some purples or something like that. I don't know.
I like the
Yeah,
color.
it is fun, Travis. We have a good time. We really do. Like I said, there's a lot of mainly women. There's mainly women, but like I said, there are some
Yeah.
guys.
Or
There's
couples.
yeah,
Couples that
there's the
craft
crafty
together.
brother. There are some husbands and wives and things like that that do it together. There are some mothers and sons and mothers and daughters. There's a group that
Yeah.
you might like. I don't know how old you are, but there's actually called LT Designs, and they're a family, and they have the brothers and sisters. I think they're like in their early teens and 20s, and they get on there and they do a lot of stuff together. So it's a lot of fun. It really is. Okay. I don't like that line there. I got to get rid of that line. That line's gonna bug me. You love the ladies' hats. Okay. Like our hats. That was Lydia's idea because we're doing a beach theme. So yeah. So we decided to put on our beachy hats. I don't have any really fun sun hat. This is like the only one I got. But my hubby got me this one
I
somewhere. I don't
couldn't
even
find
know
mine,
where.
so found this one. Madeira.
Hold yours up again there, Lydia. Let them see that. That is so super cute.
Oh, my glasses are down. I know my phone won't
Seriously.
stay up. Got my
Your
little
phone?
glasses on here.
Oh, your
Madeira.
glasses.
I got it from a feast that we have every year around here. It's a Portuguese feast. Madeira is a Portuguese part of Portuguese
Oh,
island.
okay. I was telling her, anybody know Madeira, the movies? That's what I was. I'm like, oh, Madeira. I know Madeira.
It's a
Tyler
steak.
Perry. Tyler Perry. That's who it is. He's
Tyler
the
Perry?
actual. He's the actor that has the character Madeira.
Oh,
Oh
really?
my God! You never
I'll
heard
have
of
to check
Madeira?
it out. Yeah,
Girl, they
never
are
seen it.
hilarious. He's hysterical. He dresses up like a Mrs. Doubtfire lady, kind of like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But he's just a riot. Because Madeira is like she don't take nothing from nobody. You know what I mean?
That's,
Yeah, she's pretty tough. She's a pretty tough old lady.
oh, that's funny.
Just
Uh,
funny.
we don't watch many movies.
I just watch Netflix mainly these days. We get to binging on something. The next thing you know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, man, we got to get to go to
Yeah.
work tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna put a little background on her. I think I'm gonna try this one. See what we got. This is the color shift paints are super cool. If you're not familiar with these are metallics, but it's kind of like, you ever seen those cars that turn two different colors? This is kind of what this is. It's a color shift. It kind of goes from one color to the next. I think I'm gonna do my background with a couple colors like this and see what I can come up with. And yeah, you can paint on the clay before it's dry. With raw clay, you can do that. All right, I may need a sponge brush, or maybe not. I'll just use this brush here. Let's do this. You're a hat person. You love hats. Okay, cool. Hats are fun. I used to wear a lot more hats when I was younger. I don't wear them. Well, it's hot in Florida. I don't wear a lot of hats anymore, but well, that's almost the color of the thing. I'm gonna have to change that. But, yeah. So, but when I was younger, like in high school, I always wanted to stand out. So I'd always wear these little funky hats. I was kind of known for like funky hats, but I don't wear them so much anymore. Yeah, this color almost is the same color of the glass. I'm gonna have to put a different color on top of this because it's just kind of fading into the glass. I wanted to kind of stand out a little bit more. Donna Glaze, love watching y'all. Great project. Thank you, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Well, I'm piddling today. Usually when we're in events, like I said, we got a 45-minute window. We're kind of busting it out. You ladies know all that. But today it's kind of like casual Friday,
Yeah.
casual Cinco de Mayo Friday weekend hangout. And like I said, Lydia, for those if you didn't hear us before, Lydia and I have known each other crafting for a while online, but we got to meet in person last week when her and her husband came down
Yeah.
this way.
I was so
So,
excited.
yeah, it was really cool to actually have like a sister that you meet in person. And
Yeah.
so, you know, we just thought, I just miss her. I want to get on and do another live. I want to have a live and just do it.
Yeah.
I want to get another color. I'm gonna get that
This
purple
is a
color.
fun idea.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
nice to have the two of us on here too, I think,
yeah.
because you know, it's just kind of a little bit more
I don't
interesting. Sorry, I had to grab some paints.
I
Oh,
don't know if I should
I
start another
absolutely
craft. What do
love
you think?
that.
You like it? Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Well, we've been on an hour already, but I'm fine if you're fine. I know
I
everybody's
might do another quick one.
not gonna want to hang with us forever, but
Although I
you
don't know if
know,
I have
we're
cups.
just kind of doing our thing. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, we're having a good time. I need to go back and research. I remember that I do my give. I don't do. I'm not going to do it today, but when I'm in live events, I do my giveaway tool and I give a $5 Amazon gift certificate away.
Oops.
And for the person that
Hold
draws the
on.
name, anyway, I forgot to do it because I was supposed to do it the first of the month. So I'm trying to hunt down. There's one person. Her name is Donna Holland. She didn't get with me and give me her information, so I got to try to hunt her
I have
down.
two people. One's like an envelope of little goodies, and another one's
Uh
a
huh.
paint kit that I need to. I don't have addresses for.
I
And I
know. I
tried
wish that they
Googling.
would
It's
get
hard
with
for us.
them.
There's like so many names when you search it,
Uh
so
huh.
it's hard to know the right person.
Right.
So I still have two things here that I need to send, and I don't have the addresses. I forget the names off the top of my head now. Well, the other one I don't even know who it was for.
Well, the one thing when I do when I do the giveaway tool and I write down the event next to it. So if I have to, I can go back and look, to the event
Right.
and look at the replay and go through the comments and scroll. There's a bit of work. I wish people would just send me their information, save me from having to do that.
I
But I'm
do
trying to
that, and
be.
then sometimes I write it down on a piece of paper or on something, and then I lose it.
Yeah.
I need to be more
Well,
organized.
get yourself a notebook, darling. I got like a little teeny spiral notebook next to
I
me, and that
do. Where's my
works.
notebook? I think it's on the floor here. I do. I bought myself a notebook that I said I'm not taking it away from here. It's staying here, and I think it's like probably buried now under all my stuff. Oh, there it is. I need to do. Yeah, it's over there. I really good cleanup here. I keep saying that, but life gets in the way. Vacation, and then today my
Especially you
husband.
got a husband that's always wanting to come and go everywhere. You ain't got a
Oh my
minute.
gosh, I know. Then I haven't even
He's a
unpacked
very
him. My
active
hands are.
guy. I
Um,
love Dennis, by the way. I thought he was fun. He was great.
we had my granddaughter all day Tuesday, the day we came back Wednesday, and
Uh-huh.
then just yesterday I wasn't feeling good, and then today in the morning he wanted to go look at the shrubs because we're gonna re-landscape a little area, and then
Okay.
I rushed to come here and I'm gonna go see my mom. So I'm like,
Wow.
I still haven't unpacked. But then he's gonna say, "You haven't unpacked yet. Why haven't you unpacked?"
I haven't
I know.
had a minute. Terry says you would think if they would contact you. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm kind
Yeah.
of at that thing where I guess if they really want it bad enough, they would have get because I do say make sure you get with me. So if they don't, I mean, should I go back and hunt this person down? I don't know. I want to do the right thing, but it's kind of time consuming too to do all that. But anyway, that's on my list today. When I get up here, I gotta send out my thingies for the month and get that taken care of. I want to do this different.
Kim,
Yes, darling.
I finished my drink. Where's the cabana boy?
Oh my gosh. Hey, do you know where the cup is? Like the one you got for me? Do
What's
you,
that? Oh, you want to
the
get it?
one that? Yeah, go
The
get it.
beer mug? Yes, I
I
do.
don't
It's
remember
right.
which one it
I
was.
bought it for his man cave. It's gorgeous. Hold on.
Okay. Well, oh, I got you. It was the mug, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was the mug. I think you got one of the beer mugs that I did. How old is your granddaughter? She's 2. That's Charlie. I think she's 2.5, something like that. Terry. I don't know if you ever seen their posted pictures. They do the Tuesdays with Charlie. She's a
Yeah, now it's
cutie.
Wednesdays.
Oh, it's
Now it's
Wednesdays
Wednesdays with
now.
Charlie. Look at
Okay,
this. Bought
there
this
you
from
go.
Kim.
See, that's one of my steampunk ones that
Oh my
that
gosh,
I
it's
made.
gorgeous. Don't know if you
Yeah,
can
those
see
are
all the
cool, and it's
detail.
functional, guys. You can use those.
Look at the detail. There's like stitching over here, like under the beautiful.
Yeah, those are
Yeah, I
fun to
had to get
make.
it for the man cave. I'm like, this is cool.
I know those make great Father's Day presents. Like I said, I've had a
Yeah.
few people buy those for me. I haven't made it one in a while, but kind of get off into. Oh, that's looking pretty. The green. I really needed the green on there. You guys probably can't see it, but it's got some pretty green going on.
Let me show you what
Oh,
I
you
did.
want one of those,
Let me
Donna?
make
I
this
can make you one. Get with me privately, and I'll let you know.
pretty. I made this
Oh, I
the other
love
day
that
with a
too.
corpse.
Yes, that is great. That is
And
really, it's so simple, but I need one of those. I'm
isn't it
overloaded with
cute?
jewelry.
Because I always throw my jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
on my nightstand.
Mine's
So at
all
least
over the
this way, I mean,
place.
I have a lot more than this, obviously, but I have others away. But the stuff I wear more often, I can just stick here.
Yes, that's
So
great. That's yeah, especially a small one like the things. I kind of do that.
yeah.
Do you have? I've got all kinds of jewelry, but
Yes.
I tend to wear the same thing all the time.
Oh my gosh, I have way too
Like,
much that I need to get rid
like
of.
I have the same hoop earrings and my little necklace for my husband. I don't. I'm kind of simplified. I've got a lot of really cool junk jewelry pieces that I made. I don't wear them. I should try to just sell them or something because they're kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, I used to sell stuff out of jewelry, so I had a bunch of that,
Oh,
and
cool.
I ended up selling a lot on eBay, but I still have some pieces here and there. But I don't know. It's just so much stuff,
Yeah,
I only wear so
keep thinking
much.
I want to clean up and well, like I said, we're starting a house shop. It might not
Oh
be
yeah.
until first part of next year, but I'm thinking about it. And like I said, we're going to go
Good.
and every time I move, I always totally clean. I like get rid of stuff,
Yeah.
move it, you know, clean it
It
out.
is good to move now and then, just for that reason. Just to get rid of stuff.
Just to get rid of stuff. Yeah.
I know.
That's a good excuse to have.
I'm hoping we'll
All right.
move.
So I think I'm just going to
That's
go
it. I'm
ahead
not
and
going to do
start
my
my
other
book.
project because I don't really have my little cups. It's over here, and I have to move everything out of the way. So
Okay, I'm glad I actually gave her a background now.
I'll give it this.
That way she's attached to that piece of clay and hopefully it'll come off easy enough. If I could, you can't put resin on here and then bake it. The resin will melt. You have to resin it afterwards. Now things actually like this, the polymer stay, like that mug that she showed you, if it's a full-on piece like that, that thing is pretty solid. It does not move. You can hand wash it and get away with it and pat it dry and whatnot. If it's a small piece like this is on a glass, then I'm always leery that it's going to eventually seep underneath the water and pop off. That's why I like to take them off once they're dry and put resin on them to make them more secure. But okay, so we got that so far. That's kind of where we're at. I still got to add some little fun elements onto it. Now, let's see. I wish the heck I had some colored clay. I do have colored clay, but I don't want to mess with it. I think I'm just going to paint it. Karen! What's up, Miss Karen? Lydia, you remember Karen, the roommate? There she is. Here comes my
Karen.
hub.
Hi, Karen.
Here comes Robert.
How are you?
I'm looking forward to the art show tomorrow, but I think we'll have Franklin with us. Oh, we got Franklin again this weekend. We got Franklin this weekend, Laura. Franklin is our Robert's boss's dog. He's a boxer.
Oh.
Okay. You want to come say hi to Lydia? I'm doing a live with Lydia.
Oh,
hey, you ain't got no shirt on.
Hey, Robert.
Okay. It's my
hand.
husband shows up on video a lot without a shirt. Okay. Yeah. I know, baby. I'm doing this with her. I'm not paying attention. I'm just having a good time. So we're
I'm gonna take a shower right now. I gotta go get materials for the mall shop.
right. Franklin, do we have to have Franklin? Do you have to say yes? I mean, like, really?
Is he what?
Tell him he can't do it this weekend. Man, you're gonna be working. All right, listen. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
What does he want?
His boss whenever they go out of town. We like Franklin. He's a big boxer dog. He's really cute and all that, but kind of like I'm not in the mode for like taking care of him right now. We got kind of have plans, and he just kind of springs it on us. Like, okay, well, here comes Franklin. But I love him. It's just,
Yeah.
it's having, you have a dog. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bella went crazy though. When we came back, my little Yorkie, she didn't know. She'd run to Dennis. She'd run to me. She'd run to Dennis. She'd jump on the sofa. She'd jump down. She'd run to him. Run to me. At night, she would not stop kissing us. Like, well, okay, night, night. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so she's in bed and she's like licking. I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna like lick my skin off. And she was just so happy we were home.
That's so funny.
Like, oh, it makes you like. That's why, I used to never want to come home from vacations, Of course, you had the kids, but But now that we have the dog too, you know, it's like, you know, you have something to look forward to, whether it's the kids when you come home or
Right.
but when you come home to an empty house, it's like, oh, you know, I don't want vacation to end. But when we come home to her, it's like we're getting closer to seeing her. Another half hour, we're gonna see her.
No, yeah, because
And
you
you
love
get
your children.
excited,
They
you
are your
know.
children. Yeah,
She's a
they
little
become your
sweetheart.
children.
Yeah.
They
Poor
do become your
thing. They
children.
probably don't understand.
Yeah. So if you feel like you're done and you don't want to craft no more,
Yep.
we're totally cool. This is going to be a project for me. You know, like I didn't
Yeah.
expect to finish it. I just, you know,
Yeah. I
I'm
was
working
gonna
on
do
it.
something else.
Working
It's like
on
for the
some
big,
seaweed and all that kind of stuff on
but
it.
yeah, I'm getting hot.
Okay.
I'm hot down here, even though it's like 50 something degrees. But
Girlfriend.
I'm
But
gonna
you
go
know,
see
it's
my
actually mild
mom.
here, 50, 60 degrees. It's about in the 80s today, but it's not, it's
Wow.
beautiful. Yeah. All right, then we're just going to go ahead and call it a crafting day.
Yeah. Thank you,
Cinco de
everyone, for
Mayo.
watching.
I'll finish this up later.
Simple little
But we
project.
appreciate all you guys. Yeah, let me see that. I want that. You got to send that to me.
I thought of
You
you.
got to put our names. Put our
Yes,
names
you know
on
what? My
them.
marker wasn't working that well, and I don't know if my pink pens are. So I feel like the lines came out a little thicker than I wanted, but
No, they're
yeah.
cool. Like I said, I'll put the names on it. I want it. That's so
Yeah.
cute. Maybe we'll trade the mermaid cup for that.
There you go.
All right,
Yeah.
guys, and girls, and Travis, and whoever.
Yeah. Thank you,
We really
everyone.
appreciate you guys just hanging out with us. We're having a good time today.
Yep.
And Terry, you're just an old faithful. Thank you so much. But
Yeah.
everybody, go out and enjoy your Cinco de Mayo and
Yes.
enjoy
Have a
your
good day.
weekend.
The beginning
And
of the weekend. Woo.
even if your weather's not great, you know, do something fun for
Yep.
yourself. Do something nice for yourself. And
Yep.
even if you're not with anybody, just take some time and do some self-care.
Yep.
And we
There
love
you
you
go.
guys. I'm actually in an event on Sunday. It's a bird event with the Crafty Bunch. When are you on again? What are you doing?
I
You
I
don't
don't
have
know.
it.
I
Don't
just
you have
know
it?
I'm not on for a few days. I'm surprised.
Are you doing Wednesday?
I think
Wednesday's the pollinator.
Monday. You
That's
know
my
what? I gotta
theme.
look at my book. I go day to day.
Okay. I have mine on a calendar, and so I look at it. And
Oh, I
so
think
that's and I
Tuesday
for the
for
week.
sure. Because my mom, I know maybe Monday, but Tuesday for sure. Because my
Oh,
mom has
Tuesday
another
with the other
doctor's
bunch.
appointment.
The Mother's
And
Day
Monday
theme.
afternoon, I have to meet with her insurance company at her house. So
So
again,
you're
I'm
doing
busy
the
Monday,
Mother's Day
Tuesday. But I
theme
think
with the craft with the Sacred Soul House, Sacred Treasure House.
yes, Tuesday. I had to
Mother's Day,
switch with someone
Mother's
because
theme.
I wouldn't have made it to my mom's appointment. So
Gotcha. I've
Christy
never
Sloan was
seen.
nice enough to switch with me. So I'll be on. I think it's 12:15 on
12:15.
Tuesday. Yep.
Crafting on Tuesday, and I'll be on Sunday at 2:15.
And I
So I
might
hope
be
you
on Monday.
guys
I'm
will
not
check
sure
us
yet.
out and join our pages, like I said,
Yep.
and we might do this again someday. But
But yeah,
you
that
know,
was fun.
we're in so many events. I don't know if we have a time to really do it together, but it's nice to be able to
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
Love you
Sounds
guys. Take
good. Love you guys.
care.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good
Bye.
weekend. See you all later.